Before I get started, I'd like to kindly ask that you hit the like button and please subscribe to the channel for more content just like this.
So, pretty please, with sugar on top.
So this Ray Fisher and WB saga has been a long and winding road. For those that don't know, I'll fill you in real quick. So Ray Fisher basically accused Joss Whedon of gross, abusive, and unprofessional behavior on the set of Justice League 2017. He's even alleged that there was racist behavior projected towards him and his character. And that when these concerns were brought up, that Warner Brothers simply just wanted to sweep it all under the rug. There was an investigation into his allegations, but the results of that investigation were not made public. However, a woman named Catherine Forrest, who was a former federal judge who actually worked on the Warner Media probe, told The Hollywood Reporter in a statement that through all of her investigation and over 80 interviews, she found no credible support to Ray Fisher's claims.
You didn't see that coming.
Now, I'm not going to sit here and pretend to know everything that went on the set of Justice League, and we'll probably never know what really happened. But Ray Fisher has made it very clear, and he is adamant about standing his ground. To be clear, Joss Whedon does have previous allegations that are very similar to this while he was working on Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So I will let you form your own opinion on all of that. I'm not here to make you feel one way or another about it. But one part about this I do want to focus on for this video, and it comes from Ray Fisher's recent interview with The Hollywood Reporter, where he starts to give a little bit more information about what's going on. But he pretty much explicitly states that the people that run WB are unfit leaders.
That makes sense.
And that does apply itself to what Ray Fisher is upset about with the racist allegations, but it also lends itself to the lack of results on screen and from a creative perspective coming out of WB. So when Zack Snyder left Justice League, he was said to be under enormous pressure from the studio. They were giving him runtime requests, and they wanted him to execute a lighter tone than what he did in Batman vs. Superman. So when Zack's family tragedy occurred and he had to leave production, WB saw this as an opportunity to bring in Joss Whedon, who proceeded to basically change the whole movie, resulting in the pile of garbage that we got in 2017.
Fuck you!
Ray Fisher, along with other people, obviously were not happy about this change. And rightfully so, because one, he considered Zack Snyder a friend, and two, his role as Cyborg in Joss Whedon's version was greatly diminished. Along with Ray Fisher, this is where a lot of the issues for fans started as well. Zack Snyder clearly had a built-in fan base that enjoyed his movies, but WB got it in their head that changes needed to be made simply because some people expressed their displeasure with the direction that he took. But there was a lot of people who didn't want changes. I strongly believe that WB were listening to the wrong people and decided to take the DCEU in a much different direction. And this again lends itself to Ray Fisher's claims that WB has poor leadership, because this to me shows a clear lack of awareness and a lack of a real plan. They made the choice to place the fate of the DCEU in the hands of an incompetent storyteller like Joss Whedon, who reportedly wasn't open to collaboration specifically from actors on the set either.
Some motherfuckers are always trying to ice skate uphill.
And WB allowed him to do all this simply because he worked on a Marvel movie once upon a time. WB needs to realize that DC is not Marvel, and you can't treat these characters and these stories the same way. Some of DC's most recent success stories in the cinema have come from filmmakers who embrace the collaborative nature of filmmaking. People like Zack Snyder or James Wan or Todd Phillips. Not people like Joss Whedon, who was reportedly dismissive of people like Ray Fisher, Gal Gadot, and Jason Momoa when they brought concerns to him. Whether these decisions were made based on race, we'll probably never know again. But it is very clear to me that WB placed all their faith in Joss Whedon when they should have just placed it in Zack Snyder. If for no other reason, because Zack Snyder's movies are different from everything else that we've been getting in the comic book genre. They have a drastically different style and tone compared to something made from Marvel. And that's a good thing. We need variety in entertainment. We need to allow filmmakers to be creative. What we don't need is another copycat just regurgitating the same shit back to us over and over again.
Goddamn right. That's the only way I work, Cap.
The hashtag Restore the Snyderverse movement is in full effect right now, and WB is doing everything they can to distance themselves from it. There was even a rumor today that they are trying to throw together a new Robert Pattinson Batman trailer to try to distract everyone from the Restore the Snyderverse movement. Now, I'm on record as saying I don't have a problem with the Robert Pattinson Batman like some people do. I'm basically taking a wait-and-see approach on that one, but there's a lot of people who are not fond of this movie and are already decided not to support it. So do you really think that's the correct incorrect project to try to distract people from Restore the Snyderverse? And even if it works, it's only going to be for a few hours. Do they really think the Restore the Snyderverse movement is just going to go away completely because they release a trailer for a different movie? If so, then they're more incompetent than I originally thought they were.
What an idiot!
There's a tried and true philosophy to give your fans what they want, and WB is in desperate need of good PR right now. And something like announcing Zack Snyder's return, with Ray Fisher involved, could really do wonders for their brand moving forward. But instead, their unfit leaders want to continue to try to avoid the real problem. With each day that passes, with more information coming out about the Ray Fisher situation, with more information coming out about the lack of awareness and the lack of a real plan behind the scenes, each day that happens, you're losing more and more support that you could have if you just allow Zack Snyder to do what he needs to do. It's going to come to a point where the Ray Fisher situation is just the tip of the iceberg, because all this is going to mean nothing if you lose the support of a very loyal DC fan base. And you are on track to doing just that. So let me know what you thought about all this in the comments down below. As always, please like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell for notifications, and I'll see you next time right here on Real Shift. Thanks for watching. Peace out.
Y'all be cool. Nah.